What's up, everyone? It's your boy. It's Johnny the 5'8" here, and today I am going to be talking about martial art myths for you all. Things people used to believe back in the day that turned out not to be true or have very little evidence to support it. So let's talk about it. Martial arts myths. Myth number one: no adult fun time in fight camp. You probably heard this one before. A fighter is getting ready for a big match. Someone tells him no adult fun time for days, weeks, or an entire fight camp because it will make him weaker or drain his energy, lower his stamina. The belief has been around for decades. But the question is it true? The answer is no, it is untrue. Where did this myth come from? Well, back in the day, fighters would go out before a fight, and they weren't just spending time with their partners. They were staying out all night, drinking, gambling, and partying, getting very little sleep, showing up the next day looking terrible. The fighter performed badly, and people blamed the adult fun time. But really, was it really intimacy that hurt the performance, or was it the fact that the fighter got 3 hours of sleep, ate poorly, drank alcohol, completely ignored recovery over time? People started blaming the wrong thing, adult fun time. Modern research shows that adult fun time itself has little to no negative effects on athletic performance. What matters is sleep, recovery, nutrition, and training. Remember, folks, fight skills are built in the ring, not the bedroom. The next myth we have to talk about here is myth number two: weight training makes fighters slow. For years, people have said that weight training makes fighters slow, stiff, less explosive less explosive. The idea was that if you start lifting weights, you're going to lose speed, lose endurance, and then turn into a muscle-bound bodybuilder who can't move in the ring. This belief was especially common in old-school boxing gyms. A lot of coaches stuck to road work, shadow boxing, sparring, calisthenics, and completely avoided weights. The concern? Simple. Too much muscle equals less speed. Now, here's one thing. This myth didn't come from nowhere. A lot of early strength training people saw was bodybuilding style, training high volume isolation exercises focused on size and appearance rather than athletic performance. So if a fighter started training like that, gaining unnecessary weight, ignoring conditioning, and getting tight and overbuilt, they probably would feel slower. But the mistake was blaming it all on the weight training. Modern strength and conditioning is completely different. Fighters use weight training to build explosive power, strength for clinching and grappling, injury resistance, and better overall athletic performance. We're talking about movements like squats, deadlifts, medicine ball throws, not just curling dumbbells in a mirror. And if weight training really made fighters slow, every elite fighter today would be moving like they're stuck in mud, but we don't see that at all. Most modern fighters use strength and conditioning training. It helps them hit harder, stay durable in training, perform better under pressure. So the real issue is not the weight training itself, it's how you're using the weight training. Bad training makes you slow, smart training makes you dangerous. Well, let's get into martial art myth number three: punching the nose through the brain. This shows up in movies, fight scenes, and even gym talk. You probably heard someone say, if you punch a person in the nose hard enough, you can shove their nose bone into their brain. Sounds brutal, but it's not how the human body works. First, let's talk anatomy. The nose isn't a single bone just sitting there waiting to be driven upward into the skull. It's made of multiple small bones and cartilage. When it gets hit, usually what happens is it breaks, bleeds, and swells. A broken nose is common in combat sports. But here's the key point. The structure of the skull is separated from the nasal cavity by solid bone. There is no direct pathway for the nose to be driven into the brain with the punch. What actually happens when someone gets hit in the nose, it breaks, or it bends or breaks, bleeds heavily, swells fast. If it hurts a lot, it can temporarily mess with breathing or vision, but cannot be punched into a brain like in a movie scene. This myth mostly comes from movies exaggerating violence, over-the-top storytelling, or misunderstanding of how skull anatomy works. Alright guys, this has been Johnny the 5'8" giving you some martial art myths. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you all for watching, and peace.